Itchy Scratch Red Wings Report, presented by 5v5hockey.com.
Well, we had a Toronto sweep, and now we have a Florida sweep. The Panthers and the Bolts both lose to the Red Wings. Let's get into it. A little bit of a double-header action here. Obviously, the Florida Panthers, back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, have been to 3 Stanley Cup finals in a row. Sounds familiar from like the Red Wings of the 90s and early 2000s. They're without Barkov. They're without Matthew Tkachuk. So, like, it's a little bit of a different team, but you think you take away some of the best players, and these guys that are left are going to play a little bit more scrappy. So, still a really, really good team. Awesome goaltending, great defense. I mean, they're an all-around team. But the Red Wings played really well in this game. Cam Talbot, 20 saves, a 4-1 victory. Mason Appleton, still red hot, scores again from Dylan Larkin. Patrick Kane, one of the nicest shots off of a power play I've ever seen. Seider and Larkin with the assist. That's his second of the season. Just like a little give and go off the face-off with Seider. And just, I think he fooled Bobrovsky because he got him over the glove. And I think that's something that's very interesting with Patrick Kane's game, especially on the power play. When he sets up on the half wall, he's always looking to pass. He's always looking to play make. So it's really sneaky when he shoots, and I think he disguised it really, really well, and that's something that it's a veteran play on his part, so kudos. 2-0 Red Wings. Brad Marchand, the Rat, gets a really weird wraparound goal. I think I will honestly put most of that on Cam Talbot to make that save, because I think the defense played Marchand okay, like forced him behind the net. You know, there shouldn't be really anything going on there, but now it's 2-1, and the Red Wings played well defensively enough that, you know, the Panthers pull the goalie. They get 2 empty netters. Appleton again from Rasmussen and DeBrincat. And then Rasmussen gets one from DeBrincat as well for the 4-1 victory. And then a couple nights later, the Red Wings take on the Tampa Bay Lightning, who also, you know, have won some cups recently. A little bit of a different team, you know, without Stamkos. And now this is a big deal too. Nikita Kucherov did not play in this game due to illness. But we'll take it. Like, for the breaks that the Red Wings haven't got the past few years, we'll take any break that we can get. So that's definitely one where this guy has had 100-point seasons for the last 5 seasons. He's like an 80-assist player. He's unbelievable. So not having him in the roster definitely changes things for the Lightning as well. But the Red Wings win that one 2-1. Axel Sandin-Pellikka gets his first NHL goal. Really nice shot. You see the replay, the bend on that stick. Love it. Really, really nice goal for ASP from Larkin and Appleton. This guy's getting points all over the place. It's unbelievable. JJ Moser ties the game up with 3 minutes left. Did not feel good. The second half of the third period was an onslaught by Tampa Bay. And it was something where I went, you know what? Like, I just hope the Red Wings don't lose in regulation at that point, because they were just hanging on by a thread. That's not how you want to play, I guess, because John Gibson looked awesome this game. He had made 31 saves, bouncing back from that opening night disaster, the 5-1 loss to Montreal. So now Gibson looking good right after 2 or 3 Cam Talbot starts that looked really well. This is exactly what the Wings need, is 2 goalies that are going to come in and just make the saves, bail you out a couple times. Gibson definitely deserved a star in the game for this one. But it did go to overtime, and back and forth in that one as well. Dylan Larkin was gassed at the end of this game in overtime. And puck just kind of squirted on the boards, and with the dead legs, I mean, he got her going. And a very, very tricky shot that beats Andrei Vasilevsky, kind of like off the back foot, like made it look like he was going to make a move and just shot it blocker side. Nice shot by Larkin, wins the game in overtime. You know, LCA goes crazy again. And the Red Wings are 4-1 and at the top of the Atlantic Division currently, which is the best start that we could say. Like, you can think about that first game and how dejected we all felt as fans, and probably the players maybe a little bit too. You know, Todd McClellan ripping them, you know, in the media immediately, being like, hey, are we over this yet? Like, are we done with being crap and just, you know, not being the team that we know we can be? And obviously that these guys have responded. Like, Dylan Larkin has been really good all year so far, all 5 games. And then you look at the young guys. We talk about them all the time. And McClellan even said, like, what's there to say? Like, they're never at the scene of the crime when something bad happens. They make mistakes here and there, but nothing crazy. When you look at this Tampa Bay game, if you want to know what the coaching staff thinks of these players, Axel Sandin-Pellikka and Emmett Finney started overtime with Dylan Larkin. That's all you have to look at. And yes, Lucas Raymond was out for both of these games as well. That is something that was lost in the shuffle of all this, and even just me talking. Lucas Raymond is arguably the Red Wings' best player. Their best forward, I think, for sure. And they did this without him. Emmett Finney steps up. even though he's not showing up in the last few games on the scoreboard, and even a guy like Michael Branson-Nygaard hasn't got a point yet in 5 games, he's still effective, and those points will come. He's had some shots and some chances, and he's been crashing the body. I've liked how all these young guys are playing, and Axel Sandin-Pellikka is getting 22 to 23 minutes a night. Right now, and this is something that I need you guys to wrap your head around. We are so used to seeing Moritz Seider as like the top pair defenseman, and that's the number one pair. I'll say something right now, and I don't think this is, anything out of left field, but like Edvinsson and Sandin-Pellikka right now are the top pair. Just statistically, they are defensively sound. They don't give up a ton. They're producing offensively, and I think that's a good thing for the Red Wings. And that's not a knock on Seider. I think he's been great. I think he's been awesome. Ate the goalpost against the Lightning. That was scary a little bit. I'm like, oh God, if he goes out, we're in trouble here. But you're seeing some guys step up in the absence of a guy like Lucas Raymond not being there. And now we have a little bit of an issue too, because Patrick Kane got hurt at the end of the game. He's going to miss the game against the Oilers, so that's not great. Hopefully you get Raymond back for that one. But now the depth of the organization is being tested, and we've seen all these young guys, that are on the team now, and even like a guy like Carter Mazur, who started the year in Grand Rapids, has 4 goals already, hat-trick in the opener. They're going to have their opportunities to come in. Mazur and Danielson and Wallander and Buyum and all these guys that might get some time with the Red Wings. It might not be a bad thing, but like you want, obviously, Raymond and Kane and all these guys to be healthy and playing, because they're their best players right now. They're in the top 6 and they need them to win. And if they're overcoming these injuries already at the beginning of the season against the Atlantic Division rivals, the first 5 games against the Atlantic Division, things are looking really good for the Red Wings. Now they're playing the Oilers in their next game. McDavid, Draisaitl, went to the Stanley Cup final as well. Like the gauntlet that they've gone through already in the first 5 games isn't really getting any easier. And this is the NHL. You're going to have to beat some teams that are better than you in order to rise. And I think the Wings are rising to the occasion right now. Hopefully they play the same way against the Oilers, minus the last 10 minutes. I think that defensive shell hockey, I've just never been a fan of it. Just go get the third one. Like what? It's 1-1, or go get the next goal. Go get the one that makes you go up by 2, instead of sitting back and just, hey, we're going to play a defensive style. Because I don't know if the Wings are at that point yet. Now the results speak for themselves. They're getting the wins. But going forward, I don't know if that brand of hockey is going to be sustainable, because we know from the last 8 years that it's not. So what are you guys thinking about the Red Wings start? I mean, looking at the standings, seeing them at the top, it's been a long time since we've seen that. And yes, it's early, but let's just enjoy it, damn it. Because right now, the Panthers aren't really playing well. They lost another game today. I think they lost to the Sabres, so that's not great. The Senators are where they are. Montreal, obviously, is a team that's very exciting. I think they're in the same boat as the Red Wings, where, in a year or 2, 3, when all their young players, I think Detroit and Montreal are going to run the Atlantic. I really got to say that those are going to be the 2 teams, because I see Tampa Bay probably falling. I see the Lightning, like the Leafs maybe falling, and even like the Panthers, like eventually all these contracts are going to catch up with them. They're still going to be a good team, but the Red Wings and the Canadiens are the 2 teams in that division that I see all these prospects coming up with a decent core already. That's exciting. And to see like 2 original 6 teams that have been at the bottom for so long, minus the 1 year that Montreal went to the final in that COVID year, which was a weird one anyway. That's exciting. I think that's kind of neat to see them coming up. I think Ottawa, we all know we're not big Ottawa fans here. The prospect pool is barren. So whatever Ottawa is now is what they are. Brady Tkachuk is out for 4 weeks, I think. He's getting surgery or something like that. So that doesn't help them either. So I'm feeling good about the Red Wings' chances even in this division right now. As it stands currently, they have to still do what they need to do. Keep playing the way that they're playing. I like Todd McClellan's approach. I like the makeup of the roster right now. And they have a lot of depth to move around. Like with Kane being out, Berggren's going to slot back into the second line there with DeBrincat and Kasper. I think that's probably the best fit for him, especially with Kane being out. I want to say he's a similar player, but being in this top 6 is probably good for Berggren. So what do you guys think of the Red Wings' 4-1 start to the season? What do you think is going to happen against the Oilers? Hopefully Raymond comes back and Kane isn't out for that long. But hey, the goaltending's looking good, the defense is looking good, the kids are all right, and the captain's the captain. So until the next time I talk to you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe on the video. It helps me out a lot. I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Wings.